Welcome to the Future 42 and thank you for taking the time to visit our channel. We pray that you receive this knowledge with an open heart and mind. The Bullet Journal Method by writer Carol must be one of the most distinguished books on organization. It has been floating around our network of business professionals for years now and has appeared on several forums as a must-read. Today's video will take you through this mindset while further explaining Carol's personal organization and productivity system. Without further ado, we present The Bullet Journal. Carol has spent a lifetime battling to keep track of tasks, often forgetting essential information and feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities. However, through trial and error and after attempting countless other organization systems, he finally identified a way to, as he puts it, track the past, order the present and design the future into the bullet journal. By his definition, the bullet journal is a pen and notebook system that takes things back to basics. Part to-do list and part journal. The bullet journal revolutionized the way Carol approached his life, his work, and how he got things accomplished. In his book, Carol breaks down exactly how to use the bullet journal system, but he also offers some insights on how to plan your days more effectively. Many of these tips can apply to whatever productivity system you use in your own life. Whether you use the bullet journal method yourself, stick with a simple to-do list, or use an online system like Notion, Google Calendar, or something else entirely, you can implement some of these principles to make your life simpler and more productive. Here are 5 of Carol's tips for planning your week effectively. Tip 1. Take a mental inventory. Before you plunge into color coding all the hours of your day or assigning time to each task you hope to accomplish, take a moment to create a mental inventory. It's a great idea to do this the Friday before your week starts. Notice we didn't say at the end of your week. Most function in the past, so in the spirit of promoting forward thinking, we wanted to point out this simple word choice. Let us carry on. Doing this on a Friday not only allows you to recap the week that you are closing, but it takes the pressure off stopping any weekend festivities to do what your brain may process as work. Those of you that have watched our last video will know that this will be revisited on Sunday. What can we say? If you know, you know. The goal is to hit the ground running at the start of your new week. Write down anything and everything that you know you want to accomplish. Don't hold back, just let it all out. Either on a piece of paper or in a digital list. When you get into your planning phase, you may notice that not everything made it into the week, but at least you have it ready to be added to any available slot that may become free. You will discover that you have a lot more tasks you hope to complete than you thought you did. This is because we often suffer from decision fatigue, a phenomenon that occurs when we have too many choices for how to spend our time, leading to burnout. Carol writes that the first step to recovering from decision fatigue is to get out from under the pile of choices weighing down on you and put some distance between you and them. The best way to get distance: write it all down. This is another good reason to do it on a Friday, because you then have the weekend to decompress, and all you would have to do on Sunday is organize what you have already laid out. Once your brain isn't consuming energy thinking about all the tasks you need to accomplish, you will have the space to step back and evaluate what's important. Now that all your tasks for the next week are written down, think about each undertaking individually. How important is this task? Is it vital? Is it necessary? Taking a mental inventory gives you the chance to cross tasks off your list that aren't that important. Tip 2. Time blocking. The overwhelming feeling of facing multiple tasks or even one large task with condensed timelines is not uncommon. The best way we have found to navigate situations like this is by using time blocking. Time blocking is a method where you set aside a certain amount of time to work on a task. For example, instead of your to-do list saying 1, call CIO, 2, test new code, and 3, order new computer, you would set up your to-do list like this: 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Conference with CIO to make final adjustments to proposal. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. QA test new code for deployment. 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Place fulfillment order for call center workstations. This way you only have a certain amount of time to work on each task, allowing you to give it your full attention and adding pressure to get the task done in that time frame. Time blocking adds two key motivational ingredients to any task: structure and urgency. Tip 3. Morning reflection. While setting up your week the Friday before helps get your thoughts organized. Another best practice is to include a morning reflection period. This reflection doesn't have to be very long, about 5 to 15 minutes would suffice. However, it can set your day up for enormous success. This does not have to become a separate part of your morning. Infuse it into whatever you would normally do, while you drink your tea, walking the dog, or first thing as you sit down at your desk. The morning reflection is a time to go over the task you have prepared for the day and think about why you're doing each of them. Imagine yourself completing each task to give yourself an extra burst of motivation. Tip 4. Evening reflection. Where the morning reflection helps you kickstart your day with the right attitude. The evening reflection helps you calm down and relieve your mind. During your evening reflection, consider each task you completed during the day and ask yourself questions like, why is this important? Why am I doing this? Why is this a priority? An evening reflection practice helps focus and clarify your priorities so you can plan accordingly. Not only does it put a nice bookend on your day, but you get the chance to mark any completed tasks as done and move uncompleted tasks to another day. This is an important aspect of the evening reflection because it helps you feel like the day is complete instead of a never-ending to-do list. You should also take this moment to appreciate your progress and put a close on the day. As Carol writes, reflection helps identify what nourishes you so you can make better decisions. Tip 5. Celebrate. Our brains love dopamine. When we scroll for hours on TikTok or Instagram, our brains get tiny boost of dopamine every time we laugh at a video or think something is interesting. That's why we scroll for so long. Our brain functions best when it is getting tons of dopamine. That's why it is very important to celebrate every task that you accomplish. Each time you cross something off your list, give yourself a high five, a thumbs up, a big smile, or even reward yourself with a favorite treat. If it's a great achievement, give yourself an even bigger celebration. Call a friend or take the day off early. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you properly celebrate. Carol puts it this way: celebrating your victories isn't just about patting yourself on the back. It trains you to identify positive moments, which allows you to discover and enjoy more of them. Of course, the most important thing about whatever tips or system you implement is that it works. Any system that becomes too complicated for you to keep track of, or that bogs you down, or that keeps you from being able to work on your tasks, is not a good system. Take what you need from this video and test them out, see how they fit into your system, leave behind anything that causes more friction and frustration in your life. Your productivity system should always help you more than it hurts. No matter what productivity or organization system you use in your life. Whether it's the bullet journal or something else, hopefully you can implement some of these tips to make your system even more effective and make your life that much easier. It has been a pleasure spending this time with you today, and welcome to the Future 42.